Hello everyone, we are from Anuradha Engineering College, Chikli, IT department. Our topic name is a methodology for direct and indirect discrimination prevention in data mining. These are the outline of our project. Firstly, we discuss about the problem statement. As we know, discrimination is a very important issue when we dealing with legal and ethical aspect of a data mining. Nowadays, all type of data are available on social media. Those we can collect, store, and proceed for a verified of governmental decision. But some of gives discrimination result in existing data. Introduction. So, firstly, what is meant by a data mining? Data mining is a process in which extraction of useful data takes place. There are some negative perceptions like potential privacy invasion and the potential discrimination. Discrimination means unwanted, unbiased, unfair treatment happening in any sector. We take some attribute like gender, race, region. With the help of this attribute, we discuss about the discrimination in our project. Objective: the discrimination prevention method based on a processing. Most of the people don't want to be discrimination because of their gender, region, nationality, age, etc. Especially those attributes are used for making a decision about them like a loan, job, loan insurance, etc. We probe a processing method which overcome some limitation. They do not include any measures made to detect the how many discrimination is occur and how many found. The perception of a discrimination, just like the perception of privacy, strongly depend on the legal and cultural convention of a society. This is a literature review of our project. In our project, we explain about the discrimination and how will it get destroyed by using a different laws and different processes. Indirect discrimination prevention method. The indirect discrimination occurs when the decisions are made based on non-sensitive attributes which are strongly correlated with bias-sensitive one. To prevent the indirect discrimination, the data set rule will be free of indirect discrimination if there is no Riddling rule is applied. If a suitable data transfer with a minimum information, then such way the Riddling rule are converting into non-Riddling rule. We call these procedures is direct indirect rule protection. There are two type of discrimination prevention method. The first one is a direct discrimination prevention method and the second one is indirect discrimination prevention method. So firstly we discuss about the direct discrimination prevention method. The direct discrimination occurs when the decisions are made based on a sensitive attribute. In a direct discrimination, we discuss about the PND rule. The PD rule that are instance of at least one non-reading. Um, with the help of the PND rule, we can discriminate the sensitive attribute. We call the first procedure direct rule protection and the second one is a rule generalization. System development, the process of a discriminatory and non-discriminatory decision rule. We are discussing it with the help of a following figure. The figure name is a process of extracting bias and unbiased decision rule. Firstly, we have a original data set. This set does not contain any discrimination. And then this data set get analyzed by using a different pre-processing and to find it has discriminatory decision or not. Then we use some attribute like gender, race, age, etc. These discriminatory rules extract could lead to automatic unfair decision. The result as a result the fair decisions are unable. Then we obtain and transfer data set. After analyzing this data, we obtain a discriminatory feed data. In this bias and unbiased decision rule we get a fair treatment and there is not unfair treatment occurs. With the help of this process, with the help of using this process and rule we get a fair data which is very useful. There is no containing and there no contain any discrimination in this process. These are the classification rules. In all sectors, the discrimination is occur. To prevent this unfair treatment, we use some rules like PD rule and PND rule. Indirect discrimination, with the help of a PD rule that can protect this discrimination. We need some measure to qualify the discriminatory decision. Also, a PND rule could lead to discriminatory decision if combined with some background knowledge. We use some pre-processing method to prevent the discrimination like direct discrimination prevention method, rule generalization, etc. By using the PND rule and DRP, the data rule protection, we find the discrimination. There are four methods with the help of we can remove the discrimination. The first one is the direct discrimination prevention degree. The second one is a direct discrimination protection preservation, and the third one is a indirect discrimination prevention degree, and the last one is a indirect discrimination protection preservation. With the help of this measuring discrimination, we remove the discrimination which occurs in the in our data. Conclusion. As we know, the discrimination is a very important issue when considering a legal and ethical aspect of a data mining. Obviously, most of the people don't want to be discriminated because of their gender, region, nationality, age, etc. Especially those attributes are used for making decisions about them like job, loan, insurance, etc. A new a new processing discrimination um, uh, prevention method including a different data transformation method that can prevent both direct and indirect discrimination. At the same time, the main motive of our project to destroy unfair treatment and the data obtained which has no discrimination. These are the references of our project. Thank you.
This project we run in a NetBeans. We are using a NetBeans IDE 8.0. Now let's start the project. Run the project. Here one frame is open which contain we have already uploaded dataset. The dataset name is an adult dataset. This dataset contains 48,842 record. That record is split into two parts, that is a trained part and test part. The dataset will contain of 14 attributes like a race, religion, gender, nationality, disability, marital status, age, etc. Here we are use only trained part of a dataset. These are the all dataset. Data conversion are the converted data into usable form. So here we check all data must be sorted or not. Are there any missing attribute? Now move to the pre-discrimination discriminatory item. Here we select the item, this attribute of a dataset. We select some attribute like for example workplace. Workplace we add in a add DI. DI mean a discrimination. Sometimes workplace is a directly affect on a selection process. Education is also affect in a selection process. So we add in a direct discrimination. Of course, race is also add in a direct discrimination. Marital status are indirectly impact, so we add in indirect discrimination. Similarly, native bias and occupation, these are also add in indirect discrimination. Here, using this attribute, we set a rule which attribute are direct discrimination and indirect discrimination. Item set rule. Here we apply a classification. Classifier rule analyze the data set and generate the set of grouping rule by using classifying feature data. Premise rule. It helps to discover the relationship between data and dataset. Here we find the frequency classifier rule. Here we find a frequent classification rule. By using frequent classification rule, we get all data. The frequent classification rule data divided into two parts, that is PND and PD. Now we are going to find PD and PND. PD means potentially discriminated data and PND means potentially non-discrimination. The PD are used to measure the needed, quantify the direct discrimination prevention, and PND are measured needed to quantify the indirect discrimination potential. Here, all data are separated. It is the PD rule and PND rule. These are the potentially discriminated data and these are the potentially non-discriminated data. In both PD and PND data, we find the discriminatory data. We get the alpha discriminatory. From here, we move to the discrimination measurement. Direct and indirect discrimination discovery include identify the alpha discriminatory rule and reading rule. The direct discrimination by alpha rule and indirect discrimination by reading rule. The direct discrimination measured by alpha discriminatory rule among the PD using a direct discriminatory method and discriminatory threshold, and indirect discriminatory measured by the reading rule among the P and D using a direct discriminatory measure and discriminatory threshold. Indirect discriminated data. Find the alpha discriminatory and PD alpha discriminatory and PD alpha discriminatory. Reading rule and legitimated rule. Direct rule of protection. These are the two methods. First method are used for the direct rule of discrimination and the second rule are here used for those person who are come in both situation, in direct discrimination and indirect discrimination. Finally, we get a direct rule of protection and direct and indirect discrimination. Here, all data are sorted and well managed by using a different algorithm. Let's move to the calculation. Computational cost. We have a use for a different algorithm 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the value. Here, algorithm 1 check the impact on database. These are the show the impact on a database and it ranges come from 0 to 1.0 and we get 0.0975. These are the algorithm 2. We are used to find the subset of a database and minimize the impact because we don't need to change the database, so we calculate the minimize the impact and the value we get is a 3.861. Algorithm 3 run to combine the rule of generalization to impact of a direct rule of protection method to minimize the impact and we get 600,636.933. Algorithm 4 we calculated by reading rule for both direct and indirect discrimination and minimize the algorithm 3 impact. Now we move to the utility measure. All the algorithm and utility measure as implemented by using C# programming language. Utility measure are measure for we consider which are eligible candidate for a job or which are not. We have four different results, two for a direct discrimination and two for a indirect discrimination. DDPD, direct discrimination prevention degree. If we are use a software that data contain discriminated data and that result will come that is a 0.3636, that means 36% chance of that data contain a discriminator, the data is a discriminated free. DDPD, direct discriminatory protection preservation. If we use a data that we are completely discriminated free and after removing the discrimination we get a result that is a 1.0, that means it's a 100% chances of that data is discriminated free. IDPD, indirect discrimination prevention degree. Here is the use of indirect discrimination, so we get a 0.46%. IDPD, indirect discrimination protection preservation, and we get a 0.535. That's when a 30% of data is discriminated free. and this all our final result. So if IDPD and IDPP, this result will become not so changes. It's come because here we use the indirect discrimination, and here is the impact is sometimes direct or indirect, and due to indirect, that's why that result will be come in this way. So there is our final result. So our conclusion is, before work on any database, we need to check that data is a discriminated free or there any discrimination, because this affects on a selection process or any result we calculated. I know this result will become in a so little quantity or little manner, but it's sometimes it's affect on large data weights. So thank you. This project is presented by Pragati Taide, Harshada Wai and Sonia Chaudhary as per the guidance of a Professor P.S. Singh sir. Thank you.